are on tonight's State of the Union address. We just knocked out a great hour and a half primary live trade brief where we reviewed all of our positions. We added actually a bear call spread on AIG here, which we can talk about in a couple minutes, and also adjusted some existing positions, because this is going to be folks, I think it's going to turn into one of those Indonesian, fights, or what is it over in England, the Prime Minister's hour or minutes or whatever, when everybody here or boos, and it's going to be ugly, folks, and it's not going to be bullish for the market. Let's just say that. Strategically, I've briefed you on this the past couple days. Korea's freaking me out, especially since they're starting to poke back at their sea daddy, China. And China used to be able to sit on these guys, and now they're telling the United States, like, hey, man, we're even a little freaked out about this dude. China prepares for regime collapse in North Korea. A cornered guy with bottle rockets that can, nuclear weapons that can kill U.S. forces and Americans in Okinawa and Guam should scare the hell out of you. So, again, I'm monitoring all these things at a strategic level, whether it's North Korea, China, Russia, all of these things. But you have to have one eye on all this stuff, folks. If you're just caring about the State of the Union address, you're looking in the wrong places. This morning, we also talked about our Brazil position and our Brazil ETF. Nice little pullback recently on some oil issues and some other stuff down south. Carnival turning into a little bit of a shit show. Excuse my French. A little bit of a bad down there. A little bit of a black eye for the country, but I still like our EWZ position. But here, folks, even though you got Goldman, JP Morgan, all these guys trying to talk down this rally and this economy, it just ain't happening. Americans are feeling better. First of all, I think they're feeling better a little bit just mentally. We don't have a dude running around the world apologizing for who we are. We don't have a dude who's trying to explain to us that there can be 9 different bathrooms. We don't have a dude who's siding with people who kill cops. I think there's just I know there's half of America out there who likes all those things, which I just don't hang out with those people, obviously. But there's another half of America who, you know why they can't riot or do a lot of those things? Is because they're at their job. Okay, so the other half of America is brimming with economic optimism because we see things potentially getting better. When we get a dude who gets in office, I didn't say politician, I said a dude, a good hombre, who says these things I'm going to do and then does them, that puts a smile on my face. So Goldman, you can suck it. You got the election wrong and the inauguration. Sell if Trump wins. Sell if he gets inaugurated. You were wrong. Same thing with you, JP Morgan. Same thing with you, Citi. Citi said Hillary's going to win, and if Trump wins, the market goes down 5 to 10%. Whiz said Citi's wrong, Trump wins, and the market goes up 10%. You want to listen to Citi's advice or mine? You definitely don't want to listen to CNBC. Best move, just buy everything. The answer to that is obviously no. So obviously, I believe that this rally has been pulled forward. Okay, Steve Mnuchin, the Treasury Secretary, gave a great interview last week that said, you know what? August, I think we'll have pretty good grasp on the overhaul of taxes by August. That's pretty realistic. Economic growth at 3% or higher, folks. GDP came in today a little, it was a 1.9, not in fuego, but not, hey, we're going out of business tomorrow. So that's another reason why Americans are brimming with economic optimism is you got a guy who's saying, hey, I think we can, so we were looking for a 2.1 and we got a 1.9. Trade balance numbers were a little off too, but folks, we're starting to get the wind in our sails. Case-Shiller was a big beat. Wholesale inventories, Chicago PMI blew it out of the water. Richmond Fed blew it out of the water. The Consumer Conference Board blew it out of the water. Remember, GDP comes out in 3 types, folks. So if you think, Whiz, all this might be good, GDP's a miss. We get 2 more swings at it, folks. GDP comes out in advanced, preliminary, and final. So we get 1 more swing, sorry. Advanced has the biggest impact. Why? Because it's advanced. It's the first one that comes out. Then they clean it up with preliminary, and then we get a final. By the time we get around to the final print on that GDP, we're already looking at the next one. So it's kind of in the rearview mirror. So remember, this is rearward-facing data. Okay, so I think we're looking a lot better than we are. But folks, whether it's Obamacare repeal and replace, which now looks like 2018, or tax reform coming in August, it's a coming. This was on the words. Okay, just like this rally after the election, folks, was on hope. Hey, I hope this guy does what he says. And then we flatlined. He got inaugurated. Holy crap, in the first 10 hours, he did more than Obama did in 10 years. Now this rally is pulled forward, guys. The tax reforms priced in here, the gutting Franken-Dodd, the financial regulations in here. I think the Fed slowly raising interest rates is priced in a little bit here. So what is there left to do? I think there's left to do is a little bit of this. This is another hope rally is what I'm getting at. Copy, paste, sideways. Until what? Until we do see the tax reform, until we do see Apple fly a 747 aircraft over to County Cork, Ireland, grab all the pots of gold, their $250 quadrillion, and fly it back to the U.S. and share buybacks and hire new people at Apple and come up with an iPhone 19 that goes back in time. And that's when we're really going to see this thing kick in the afterburner. Right now, I think we're going to pop out of afterburner and stay at military power. We're going to cruise, but we ain't stroking the fires like we have been. Okay? Didn't get time to get to this today. I really wanted to talk about the defense stocks, Lockheed Martin and Boeing. I would start loading the boat on those. So for my primary live trade brief members and for my weekly options members that snuck in today, since we did a joint session, since I had to host the timing research event yesterday, didn't get a chance to look at this, but look at long call diagonals with protective puts on either Lockheed Martin or Boeing. It's a little bit of a coin flip. I think Boeing's back in his good graces after being beaten down, and now they got to perform. So I might look a little bit more towards LMT, Lockheed Martin, okay? But like I said, tonight's going to be a mixture of England and some of those, or Ukrainian countries where they pick up chairs and beat each other over the head. It ain't going to be nice. It ain't going to be clean. He might even start poking around the FBI and the deep state. The fact that Obama is behind his leftovers are behind all these leaks. Of course they are, man. When the guy said, "So help me God," and put down his hand, it's not like every Obama dude got fired in the government. First of all, it's nearly impossible to fire somebody in the government. Look at that jerk Lois Lerner with the investigation and the targeting of all the conservative groups. Yeah, do you pray at your events? Hey, government, that's none of your business, Miss Lerner. And she's still making 120 grand a year. It's disgusting. So Obama's got a lot of leftovers in this administration, and I've even seen reports that they're working on a shadow government. You ever hear that term? The shadow minister over in Great Britain? We might be looking at some of that crap. But folks, great day today in our primary live trade brief. I'll see some of you tomorrow for the accelerated retirement session at 1 tonight. Make sure you attend Doug Robertson's full throttle session. I'm going to take the first 10 to 15 minutes of it, and Doug and I are going to talk about the Wingman Group coaching program. That's the next step in your development here at Top Gun Options, is to go from full throttle to Wingman Group coaching. There's one-on-one coaching in there and also group coaching. I think we had 7, 10. The max we can have is 10, I believe. Doug can't deal with more than 10 because it's one-on-one coaching and then group. It's like you become a mini hedge fund, folks. It's great. Show up tonight at 7 to attend, and I'll brief you on that. And we're going to open up the applications. You have to just fill out a brief application. Doug does a phone interview to see if it's right for you. Don't want to waste your time. Definitely don't want to waste your money to see if you're fit for this semi-elite program there. And then obviously at the top of our program pyramid here at Top Gun Options is the Commanding Officers Club. I got 2 of those clients who my cell phone, we're emailing almost daily. We talk often, and that's the best of the best. Okay, I got to run. Busy day here at Top Gun Options. Having a great time. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge, and I'll see you tomorrow for Wednesday's market SITREP and a debrief of the state of the